Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good morning, or afternoon, or early morning, wherever you are. Welcome to J is for Justice. My name is Jay, and I am your host. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and liking this video. How's everyone doing? It is Thursday, July 18th, and we're doing a live to catch up on all of this stuff going on with this attempted assassination on our former president. And this isn't a place to debate politics. Let me just start out saying that. We're not going to debate politics here. This isn't about who you're voting for, who you like. This isn't about that. So get that stuff right out of your mind, because we're just going to talk about this incident. We're going to talk about the person who carried it out. We're going to talk about law enforcement. We're going to talk about the Secret Service. So that's what you guys are in for. Good morning, September. Every time I see your name now, this song gets stuck in my head. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Yes, we're going to talk about all this weird stuff, Danielle. And hello, I want to say hello to all the clickers here today. And I love you, Mama. I love you, puppies. Who do we have? We have Angie B moderating. Kels, thank you. And Potato, thank you for being here. I see Nils the Iron Wolf. If you haven't checked out Nils' channel, he is just as amazing as Pearl with all of the inside information that he has. All not inside information, but like knowledge and wisdom. Cynthia, thank you. I came a long way with my screensavers. Well, you know, technology has made that a lot easier. Bruno Jones has no patience. Good morning, Bruno. Good morning, Barbie. Myron and Danielle. Hello to Poon. Who else do we have? KD, good morning. Angel, Trisha. Hello, Helen. And Gustave. Hello, hello. If I missed you, True Crimatic, good morning. It's good to see all of you this morning. So one thing I'm going to say before we start going through these videos and articles is I'm glad that we're not watching Barron Trump saluting his deceased father. Because this feels like this is going to be a conspiracy no matter if we want it or not. Good morning. Got my coffee. I'm still on coffee. So there was a really good rundown of all the videos from that day on Law and Crime. But the first thing we're going to watch is this, and this is from the channel called Fern. They mapped and animated the attempted assassination. So let's watch this to begin with, and then we will go from there. I've got a lot of stuff to go over. So let's do this, and let's try to make ends of what we know.
It's the 13th of July in Butler, Pennsylvania. Former U.S. President Donald Trump speaks at a rally. It's only days until he plans to accept the official Republican nomination. He's just minutes into his speech when shots are fired.
Take a look at what happened.
Trump got hit, but survived. Someone tried to assassinate him in broad daylight. Here is how it unfolded.
Okay, so I'm going to have to pause periodically just because fair use. This is, again, here's the channel this is from, so you guys can go watch it. This is called Fern, and this is going to be an animation mapping of the shooting.
By the time this video is published, new details might have emerged. It's a hot, sweltering early evening as tens of thousands gather here to see Trump. Pennsylvania is one of 6 vital swing states that will help secure the win in the next presidential election. Butler skews heavily Republican, and it is a blue-collar town.
This is a big crowd. This is a big, beautiful crowd.
He is surrounded by supporters. Most are sitting or standing in front of the stage. Some sit on the bleachers, center, left, and right. Trump's support staff and security, including Secret Service agents, are right at the stage. Behind him are 3 large buildings. On the roof of the building on the far left and on the far right are Secret Service snipers. They are constantly scanning the surroundings, looking for threats. They can be...
So if you can see on these buildings, let's go back for a second. Secret Service is set up on these surrounding buildings.
looking for threats. They can be seen in this video filmed by a crowd member.
Hello, Butler, and hello to Pennsylvania. I'm thrilled to be back.
Trump begins with his speech. Things seem normal. He turns to the right and points at a chart showing statistics on border crossings. At the same
Doesn't this remind you of watching the videos on the grassy knoll, like the reenactments of the grassy knoll? Nils, do you think this is the conspiracy of our time? Like JFK? Like we just found out JFK was an inside job. Now we've got this whole mess to unravel. Will we ever get answers? Or will this go unanswered throughout our lifetime?
same time, several people in the crowd notice a man with a gun on the roof of a building close by. It's too late.
Take a look what happened.
All of a sudden, bullets start flying. One even gets captured on camera.
Crazy.
Another building, about 400 feet or 120 meters north of the stage. The shots are coming from here, on the roof. The gunman is 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He is armed with an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. The gun was legally purchased by his father. First,
Okay, so let's talk about the gun and his father. What? What? He was in a BlackRock commercial. Are you kidding me? Whoa, what? Weird, Nils. That's crazy. Is it still up? Can you watch the commercial? Let's talk about this. So the dad and the son went to a gun club. So this comes out as well, that the dad and the son used to belong to a gun club. They used to shoot together. It's in Discord? Okay. What the heck? And it's real? Why would he be in a commercial? That's really bizarre. That hits me kind of like Gabby Petito being in the Sandy Hook commercial or video. How long ago, Kels, was it? Can you post it again? Like, so it's right at the end for me? Thank you. Hi, Aaron. Welcome, welcome. I feel like BlackRock made a statement saying they removed it. That's really weird. All right, we'll look into that. I bet there's copies of it, though. He was sitting in a classroom in the commercial. BlackRock, like, owns everything. Weird. Good morning, Jess. Thanks for coming in this morning. Koberger in the ad vibes. Yeah, weird. Yes, they do, Skinny. Yes, they do. It was on the news. Okay, maybe we'll come across it because I have a lot of news open. Thank you, Kels. BlackRock Yanks 2022 ad. Weird. All right, let's get this up and we'll go through this too. Weird. It's reported in the New York Post. Why does everything that's going on this year feel so freaking weird? I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, no matter what people say here on YouTube. I'm not that big of a conspiracy theorist, but this is fucking weird. Excuse my French, but the hell? Why would this kid ever be in an ad for BlackRock? See, this kind of shit makes me feel like it's staged or something, and I hate to say that. I know it's not staged. I know that people really passed away, but damn, what is going on here? Okay, we'll get to that one. I want to pause it, but it won't allow me to. So let me wait. I'll pause it so it's ready when we get there. So he was like a blip in the commercial, which is super odd, right? Hi, Just Robin. Hi, Cheech. Hi, Micro Kimmy. Hi, Nicole B. Yeah, look at these ads, y'all. BlackRock was his high school? Why is BlackRock even going to high schools and doing videos, though? Don't you find that odd? We'll get to it, though. We'll check it out. Okay. Let's get back to this. We're going to finish watching this mapping. It's not that long, but they're talking about the Secret Service being staged on top of the roofs right now.
First,
hi, Karchi.
fires a round of 3 shots.
Take a look what happened.
Trump reaches up with his hand. The first bullet pierces the upper part of his right ear. He will later say that turning over to the right at that exact moment prevented the bullet
Saved
from
his
hitting
life.
him right in the head. He ducks down behind the podium, and within 3 to 4 seconds after the first shot, Secret Service agents swarm the former president and shield him with their bodies. Crooks opens fire again, immediately, with 5 more shots. Right before the first shot by Crooks, one of the snipers on the left roof behind Trump seems to detect the gunman and prepares to return fire.
Take a look what happened.
Some outlets report that these snipers killed Crooks, while the Secret Service confirmed its personnel neutralized the shooter. We could not corroborate that it was in fact these specific agents. The gunman also hit spectators on the bleachers. 1 man died, 50-year-old Corey Comprador. 2 others were critically injured. With Trump's microphone still on, we can hear the tense exchanges among the agents. About 42 seconds after Crooks opened fire, they confirm the shooter is down.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Before Trump even stood up, the shooter was taken out. Make it make sense, guys, because the witness accounts, right? They're like, there's a gunman, like at least 2 minutes before. And no one was paying attention to them. We also are going to find out that a local law enforcement officer saw the shooter, I think 20 minutes before, and left the scene. And we were told that local law enforcement was the one, running the show. Running the show for the Secret Service, getting everything surrounded, getting everyone in position. Local law enforcement was allegedly responsible for that. I don't know if the parents will have any liability or not, because they were looking for him an hour before the shooting because they were concerned. So I'm thinking maybe as more comes out, we may see something like the Crumblies, but I don't know. He should have been down before he had a chance to. Right. Why'd they still let him go on the stage? Ugh. All right, let's keep watching.
Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move? Let's move.
They prepare to escort him to an armored vehicle.
Let me get my shoe.
Why did this guy throw his shoe? He's like, let me get my shoe. I have another angle of this too. But how did they know it was clear? How did they know there wasn't another shooter somewhere? A. B, if they knew about this guy an hour before, they knew his name because his parents called the police because they couldn't find him. It was the father's gun. And if they knew something was wrong, if they didn't know anything was wrong, why were they calling the police saying, hey, we can't find our son and we're worried? He was an adult, but look at the shooter at the water park in Michigan. He lived with his mom for 17 years and he still did it. And they're looking into her because she knew about his mental condition. Well, we'll get into it. I don't know I don't know what they knew. It's not really, all the details aren't coming out, but they were looking for their son an hour before, which is very strange.
Come you.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, bloody.
So we gotta move to the class. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes on.
Watch out.
Wait.
In about 75 seconds after ducking to the ground, Trump raises his fist. He's mouthing.
I mean, why does this just look so weird? Like the way they're trying to cover him. Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. Like it just seems so amateur. And you know, the Secret Service has had many stories of vile behavior overseas when traveling with the president, getting drunk, soliciting prostitution, things like that. It's messed up. The Secret Service is the deep state. All of that shit. BlackRock, all that shit seems to be connected. Who runs the CIA? The big money, right? BlackRock. Ugh.
They prepare to escort him to an armored vehicle.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, bloody.
Hold your head, it's bloody. Let me get my shoes. Dude, you just failed to stop a bullet on the former president of the United States. Why the fuck don't you have shoes on? What is going on?
So we gotta move to the class. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes on.
Watch out.
Wait.
In about 75 seconds after ducking to the ground, Trump raises his fist. He's mouthing the words, fight, fight, fight.
He says, wait, let me do my fist pump. This is wild. Let's watch again. Let's watch that part again. From the part he goes down, now watch.
They prepare to escort him to an armored vehicle.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
It's not Trump.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, bloody.
So we gotta move to the class. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes on.
Watch out.
Wait.
In about 75 seconds after ducking to the ground, Trump raises his fist. He's mouthing the words, fight, fight, fight. The resulting photos immediately travel around the entire world. The crowd starts to chant for the former president as he leaves the stage, bleeding. Trump is then rushed to a hospital. Later that night, he is flown to New Jersey. He appears to be well. There are a lot of questions we don't have an answer to right now. Why were the forces unable to prevent the attack? Analysis on X suggests that at least the snipers on the roof behind Trump were likely scouting for dangers further away, with this rooftop possibly falling into the responsibility of other law enforcement agents. We were unable to corroborate that. Why couldn't armed men climb up on this building? What was Crooks' motive? The gunman had no criminal history in Pennsylvania's public court records. The New York Times found a voter registration record for Crooks. It shows that he was registered as a Republican. They also found that he donated $15 to a liberal voter turnout group through a Democratic donation platform.
Okay, so it says here, this is what I wanted to go over, that he was a registered Republican, though records show he donated money to a liberal voter turnout group in 2021. So that he would have been what, 17? 17? I'm telling you, COVID messed people up. COVID messed people up. I don't know what happened to this kid, but a lot of kids got effed up during COVID. I'm just saying. But it does not appear to be Trump. Let me show you this other video from a different angle that lost his shoe. It could be. I didn't think it was. Let's take a look. I got this other angle. Okay, this is going to be from TMZ. And this is an angle that I didn't ever see. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Secret agent. See? Secret Service agent tossed his shoes off the stage. Were they Trump's shoes? Maybe. Let's watch.
Get that son of a bitch. Get that son of a bitch.
Why'd they throw it? What are they doing? So you guys think that was Trump's shoe? That was him saying, get me my shoes? Hold on, let me make it bigger. What's up, Olive Juice? Okay, now let's watch it.
Get that son of a bitch. Get that son of a bitch.
What? I think you're right. That is Trump definitely saying, get me my shoe. But why'd they throw it? Why'd she do that? Like, what was that all about? Let me get my shoes. Okay, you're right, TJ. But why'd she throw it? I don't understand what's going on.
Get that son of a bitch. USA! USA! We love you, Donald!
I can't. What the heck? To get it out of the way so no one trips, I know, but that whole thing it does look disorganized. And it makes me feel like all the world's a stage. I hate to say that, guys, but it makes me feel like all the world is a stage and we are the audience. Like, we've never seen the Secret Service in action like that. You know what I'm saying? Ingo says, I'm pretty sure that woman SS agent doesn't wear a size 13 work shoe. Then again, it is 2024. Ha ha. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. It's like everyone was in on it, but no one on the ground is panicked at all. They were shocked. Jackie Bushable, thank you for your super chat, Bushable Baked Beans. Does it make you guys feel like that? Guys were like, save Trump. Girl was like, save the shoes. Well, I'm guessing they knocked the shoes off and they didn't want anybody to trip. The guy in the beginning should be a soundbite. I agree. It just seems really weird. Or is it because... I don't know. Is it because we're seeing things like raw footage nowadays? And it really seems like... I don't know. Are we being distracted? What did The Simpsons say about this? I don't know offhand. I don't remember if they did. Lindsay, I know. It's just crazy. You expect them to be a little more organized. Well, he probably just wanted his shoes to wear, but it was just wild the way that whole thing went down. Okay, here we go. So anyways, he was a registered Republican, which seems like that was something weird maybe he did because he donated to a liberal voter turnout group in 2021.
In 2021, he was a kitchen worker and had a membership at a local shooting club. The FBI found suspicious devices in both his car and home. They are being evaluated by the agency at the time of this recording.
Right, Aaron.
The investigation is ongoing, and new information is being published by the minute. President Biden and various leaders around the world condemned the attack and political violence at large. The picture of Trump, bloodied but defiant, with a raised fist in front of the American flag.
That will be like a picture right there that goes down in history, right? Okay, so we're done with that. Here is one story we're going to go over. Check this out. Thomas Matthew Crooks reportedly told his boss he had, quote, something to do before the Pennsylvania shooting. So here's another map. Shooter location, Trump stage, Trump evacuation point, counter sniper teams. So he was across this field here. Let's watch this video. This is Fox News. Says Trump would-be assassin would have been at work Saturday. But he wasn't because he told his boss he needed the day off. That's a yikes. What did who get cut from? Trump? The bullet, I guess, grazed his ear.
That shows the moments after the shots rang out during the assassination attempt on former President Trump at his rally in Butler on Saturday.
Well, Brian Yanis joins us now with a timeline of Saturday's events. Brian, what's the latest?
Well, good morning, guys. Look, we now know that the would-be assassin was on the roof around 2 minutes before those first shots were fired at former President Trump at 6:11 p.m. Now, here's a timeline that we put together with the sights and sounds from Butler, Pennsylvania from last Saturday, beginning about 30 minutes before those first shots were fired when a local law enforcement officer spotted and reported a suspicious person with carrying a rangefinder in or just outside the venue.
You hear that? They saw somebody with a fucking rangefinder and did nothing? Something's not right here. 5:41 p.m. Dude, this is so eerie.
21 minutes later, the former president arrives.
And look at them all in their suits and their sunglasses like they're such badasses. What? Oops. Sorry, guys.
This is a big crowd. This is a big, big, beautiful crowd.
We have people that
Right
should
here,
not be here.
right on the roof.
It's much tougher than
Hear that?
because we have millions and millions of people.
Look, they're telling him, officer, he's got a gun. What? Watch this again.
This is a big crowd. This is a big, big, beautiful crowd.
We have people that should
6:10. This is clearly this lady saying he's on the roof. He's on the roof.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it happens. Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. And you know, that's a little bit of
The shots came from a rooftop about 147 yards away. Seconds later.
Oh, they could get him within seconds, right? But when the guy was saying, when the lady was like, hey, he's got a gun. Nothing, right? Nothing. But then as soon as he shoots, then they could immediately fire back. Hold on.
The shots came from a rooftop about 147 yards away. Seconds later.
Shooters down. Are we good to move? We're clear.
Get that son of a
Get that son of a bitch. I just can't understand this at all. I mean, we've got a guy down, shot in the head over here, bleeding out. This is a mess.
One-Eyed Flo has just donated $25.
Now, Fox can confirm that
Great
rally-goers going into the event flagged local police about a suspicious person apparently acting strangely and pacing near the metal detectors, which set off a search. The question...
See, now how stupid is that? 30 minutes before he was pacing? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, One-Eyed Flo. One-Eyed Flo just donated to the tip jar. Thank you, One-Eyed Flo. $25. That is so generous. Thank you. You don't know how much that helps. That bypasses YouTube getting their 40%. Thank you so much, Flo. I appreciate that. We are almost to our goals, too. We are real close, guys. We got to get that red bar all the way over, and we'll spin tomorrow. Crooks is also seen on video an hour before, and he's looking up at the rooftop. That's crazy.
Now, guys, is when did this search begin? When was the Secret Service notified? And was it before the former president took the stage? Guys?
Right. So
great question.
Yeah, they confronted him before he was on the roof, right? They were suspicious of him before there was a ladder on a roof, correct?
A ladder? He put a ladder? Where'd he get the fucking ladder? What? Come on, guys. Come on.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
That's right. Our reporting confirms that there was the rally-goers went to local police, who then went to state police and said, look, there's a suspicious person by metal detectors. There was some type of search, but when was that? That's the part of the timeline that we need to figure out. Also, 30 minutes before, we're getting that report now that a local law enforcement said that there was somebody with what they believed to be the would-be assassin with a rangefinder. So 30 minutes before is the rangefinder, but how long before that was there a search for a suspicious person?
Yeah. Go get him, Brian.
So perhaps you don't let them... Thanks, Brian.
That is weird. Okay, so it says here, he listed himself as unemployed in 2020, but he most recently worked as a dietary aide at a skilled nursing facility. He was a nurse's aide at Bethel Park. Ooh, you guys need to look this up. See if you can find anything on him. He worked at a rehab facility with people that have hip replacement and elderly people that are in a nursing home. He took care of patients. Yes, the state trooper LE took a picture of him. Yep, we're gonna get to that. Sorry, I have the hiccups. He bought a ladder at Home Depot. Thank you, One-Eyed Flo. I heard Trump had asked the president for extra security and it was denied. I did hear something about that too, but I guess they said that was not true. I don't know. He performed his job without concern and his background check was clean. This is the nursing home he worked at. His parents work there too? I hadn't heard that. Crooks' newer model phone and a gray 12-button remote transmitter were recovered from beside his body. So he had a transmitter connected to explosives in his van. And they think that he may have planned that to stage a distraction during the shooting. Although they have gained access to his phone and laptop. Listen to this. I heard last night that they're still trying to get in his phone. That's what was reported on Fox last night. Put a 1 in chat if you believe that they've taken this long and still can't get in his phone. They said due to encryption. They said due to encryption, they're still trying to get into the shooter's phone. Put a 1 in chat if you believe that. Put a 2 in chat if you don't believe that. That's what they said when they said about motive. They still are unable to get in his phone. They're still trying to get in his phone due to encryption. I mean, when did this happen? Saturday? And that was reported last night on Wednesday night. Arizona plate on the van. Maybe it was a rental. You know, a lot of the U-Hauls have different states on their license plates. Was it a rented van? Yeah, Nils is like, they know what's on that phone. I'm not believing that shit either. They're saying it's Apple. I know. Okay, so roughly 3 hours before the shooting, Crooks aroused suspicion when he passed through. Now they're saying he went through this. What? This just contradicts what we just heard in that video. 3 hours before the shooting, Crooks aroused suspicion when he passed through magnetometers at the rally's security screening area with a rangefinder, which looks like a small pair of binoculars and is used by target shooters and hunters to measure distances when setting up a long-range shot. He went through the damn metal detectors? Are
Robin
you freaking kidding me?
Donated $50.
Robin, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Robin just generously donated and we reached our freaking goals. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you. Wow. You don't even know how much that helps. Thank you. Since this article they've gotten in his phone, well, that was last night. I heard they were still trying to get in. Thank you so much, Robin. You guys are so generous. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys. This is him right here with the longer hair, which looks different than what he looked like in the other pictures from school. But this says he went through the damn... That he went through the fucking metal detectors with it. A law enforcement source told Fox News Digital that a local officer saw a suspicious man carrying a rangefinder. Now, isn't that a red flag? Isn't that a red flag? We need a soundbite for every time they lie to us and want us to believe it.
You're being a Karen.
Thank you, Jess. I love you guys too. His parents are both licensed counselors. I heard that, TJ. I love that. Okay. I think he was a decoy? I don't know, Myron. I don't know what to think. I really don't. So that sighting was shared with the state police. What an utter failure for the state police, right? And get this. When they did their press conference, did you guys notice who the state police spokesman was? Did you recognize him from other press conferences? Was that perfect, Sam? Okay.
You're being a Karen.
Yeah, we're going to get that BlackRock ad up here too. We have all of this. We have a lot to go over, so get comfy. We're going to go through this because it's a lot. Thank you for being here and hit that like button. We're going to keep going through. I've got about 7 more things to go through. How did he get a large gun inside? They're saying this was outside of the perimeter, but now I just read that he went through the damn metal detectors. I don't know who Katie Johnson is. That's something I have no idea what that is. Sandwich said he was bullied. Yeah, I have a video up of his classmate saying that. And we have another video of his classmate as well. Let's get through this. Okay, so this is the road that the shooter lives on. This is all the news there. All right, our next article. I have all these lined up for you guys. We're going to go through everything that's out there. Gunman's phone. Okay, so we do have some information from the phone. So last night I heard, they were still trying to get into it, but now the FBI is saying the gunman's phone had details about both Trump and Biden. Is this, okay, I hate to say it, but what have, like Elon Musk, if you watched Anonymous, their latest video, it kind of coincides with this statement. Bringing everyone together. And in the latest Anonymous video, they play a clip from Elon Musk. And he's like, if we don't start coming together, they're going back. And then Tucker Carlson's talking about, the immigration in the early 1900s, the immigration when we had all the immigrants come over. And then he's comparing it to now. And it's about bringing everyone together. Like the American people are fucked because we've allowed these people, these politicians, to literally break down our humanity for one another. Put a 1 in chat if you agree with that. If you agree that all of these suits and ties with money have managed to divide us as humans. I mean, to the point where we don't give a shit about one another sometimes. That some people absolutely don't care. I feel like the pandemic really drew a line with people. When Trump first ran, it was like hope. It was like out of the bleak into the light type campaign. Now it's just weird. And it's wild if you see what happens in society as things like this go on. Like if you go back to the pandemic and think back to those riots that were going on. I didn't watch them, but a lot of people that did fell into a lot of rabbit holes about conspiracies. There was the stupid Antifa. There's the QAnon, all these conspiracies. It was like they secluded us and then threw out all this bullshit and just watched what society did. And now we have like all of these ramifications coming out of nowhere that we can never predict. But can they? You know what I'm saying? If you think back also to put your tinfoil hats on, I feel the same way, Lulu. We were so, everyone was so patriotic. When Trump first ran, it was like, it was kind of like a breakthrough of getting back to the basics. And Potato, you're right. The whole world is divided. But if you look at our country and how we're doing each other, put your tinfoil hat on and think about that. All these conspiracies, and then they sit back and watch. Go back to MK Ultra back in the 60s. When they first got, the psychotropics and started giving them to men who were pursuing prostitutes and then videoing them and how they were sexually on that drug. What about all of the stuff they did with postpartum depression and mental conditions? Because they didn't know, right? They got to figure it out some way. We don't know. How do you think the Ted Kaczynski of the world are created? It's like they're, yeah, Myron, it's like they're little, like lab rats, so to speak. engineered division. Let's see what happens. I just don't understand. It just seems like there's more division than ever since the pandemic. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. And Micro Kimmy, the MAGA movement has really gotten extreme. And that's what is so sad. It's like, as Americans, it's one extreme or the frickin' other. If you're MAGA, you're looked at as, you know, some right-wing, like, conspiracy theorist, like, mental person. Really, I mean, you are. You're lumped. You're lumped as MAGA. And MAGA has really gotten extreme. That's what I'm saying. The first time, it was exciting. It was, wow. We are so sick of politicians. Now we've got a businessman. This is refreshing. This could be good. Gustave has a really good question. Who would benefit from a successful attempt, and how would they be connected to the shooter? Was Trump a target as a statement, or was it a target of opportunity? MAGA is the Make America Great Again movement. Potato says, because the pandemic showed everyone is a lamb. In my opinion, it was a test. That's why they call it the new normal. But don't you think that we're more awake than we were before, though? It's weird. And y'all can keep your tinfoil hats on if you want. And it is good to think, Skinny. I agree with you. One-Eyed Flo thinks it's a target of hate. Karchi, it's really good to see you here today. Okay, so let's read this. Gunman's phone had details about both Trump and Biden. So there was a disclosure during private briefings. See, this is bullshit. This is the problem. See this? The disclosure during private briefings to lawmakers in the House and Senate offered more details from the early stages of the investigation into the attempted assassination of former President Donald J. Trump. Private briefings, fuck off. Why aren't they just coming out and doing this public? This is why there's always conspiracy theories. FBI officials told members of Congress on Wednesday that the gunman who tried to unalive former President Donald J. Trump used his cell phone and other devices to search for images of Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden, along with an array of public figures. So 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park also looked up dates of Trump's appearances and the Democratic National Convention. And at least once, his browsing history signaled concerns about his own mental state. He also seems to have previewed his attack on Steam, a gaming platform he frequented, telling fellow gamers he planned to make his premiere on July 13th, the day of the shooting. The disclosures made during private briefings to lawmakers by the FBI and the head of the embattled Secret Service offered the most complete portrait so far of a would-be assassin with no criminal history or even clearly discernible political beliefs who came close to killing Mr. Trump. Still, no clear motive for the attack has emerged. What? I don't think we will, Aaron. I think it's going to be like the next JFK. Right. Had he survived this and wasn't caught, or he's, J society can't handle the truth. That's why we only get half truths. Okay, so the official assessment aligned with recollections of people who knew him. How convenient. Several former classmates have said they never heard the gunman express any particular political ideology. So what does that tell you? That tells you, oh my gosh, people, it could be anyone. He didn't have any specific ideologies. Be very afraid of everyone. You get what I'm saying? Oh my God. This is hilarious. Cheech says my 92-year-old grandma even thinks it's a conspiracy. Discourse between two political sides allows the government to do what they wish because most of the public is distracted. Yep. I agree with you, Core. Several former classmates have said they never heard him. Okay, I already said that. But Vincent Taormina. Okay. Several of them said, oh, he never said shit about, having any particular political beliefs. But they managed to find Vincent Taormina, a former classmate who said he attended middle school and high school with the gunman and said that the gunman showed a general disdain for politicians in both parties. He recalled one incident when they were in 7th grade during a classroom political debate. Mr. Taormina voiced his support for Trump. Mr. Crooks seemed incredulous. He says, hey, aren't you Hispanic and you like Trump? He said, that's a little stupid. But Mr. Taormina brushed off the encounter and had few other interactions with Mr. Crooks. But he disputed other classmates' accounts that the gunman had been bullied or had been a loner, saying he was intelligent and he had his own group of friends. And then Mr. Taormina went on to say, I did not know him personally or as a friend, but he was not bullied. He was not a recluse. Come on. The FBI has been scouring Mr. Crooks' possessions since the shooting on Saturday, including 2 phones and at least 1 laptop. So far, they have found no indication that Mr. Crooks, who was a registered Republican, had any strong partisan political views one way or the other. Nor have they uncovered any evidence of co-conspirators or connections to foreign actors. 2 top bureau officials said during the tense calls in which members of the House and Senate demanded answers, the officials told lawmakers, the officials. The fuck are they? The officials. Who are the officials? The fuck? They told the lawmakers there was some indication that the gunman, who led a quiet life and worked at a nursing home, might have been struggling with depression. Stop it. Stop it right now.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
Depression makes you get a ladder and climb up and make bombs and put them in a fucking van and have a detonator on you and climb up on a ladder onto a building at a rally because you're fucking depressed. Stop it. Stop. I feel like our intelligence is being insulted. TJ, I agree with you. We need to stand up and take our country back, and not in a violent way, but stop being divided and letting these people divide us. We outnumber them. Right. Depression doesn't do that. It's like saying, oh, he smoked weed. I mean, what the hell? It's so transparent, Skinny. Officials singled out some of the searches on his cell phone, saying that he looked up, quote, major depressive disorder. Are you freaking kidding me? He Googled major depressive disorder. Mr. Crooks seemed to be on good terms with his parents, who are both counselors, but they were not closely involved in the day-to-day details of his life, said officials. Get your tinfoil hats on, because this is getting deep. This shiz is getting deep. Right. Depressed people usually isolate first, last, right? seem more angry than depressed. Right. So his dad just says, "Oh yeah, you can use my AR-15." He told his dad he was going to the shooting range. The irony of them both being counselors. Right. This is like a perfect example of, look, America, it can be anyone, anywhere, at any time. Hi, Sin. Hey, Sin, if you would do me the honors, I would love for you to moderate for me. I just made you a blue dress. If you're cool with that, let me know. If you're not, I'll take it away, but I don't want to. Thank you, Sin. And you guys congratulate Sin. She just became our latest moderator for the channel, if she accepts the wrench. The same officials that recruited him. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, Angie, I'm sorry. She said, that's me. I'm sorry, Angie B. We love you. Everybody send Angie B some love in chat. She's going through it, guys. She's going through it. Here we go. Over the past several months, the gunman received multiple packages, including several that were marked hazardous. Federal officials reviewed his shipping history after they discovered 3 explosive devices connected to him. One device was found in his home, and 2 others were found in his car, parked near the rally. I mean, what? Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Sin. You look beautiful in blue. Investigators discovered 2 improvised explosive devices in the would-be assassin's car that used a radio-controlled initiation system intended for commercial fireworks demonstrations.
What?
Modern-day Lee Harvey Oswald. Sarge, I'm not far behind you on that one. While the briefing on Wednesday filled in some blanks, it left many questions unanswered. Hi, Miss Nightbot. Federal law enforcement officials are puzzled and exasperated by the lack of evidence on the gunman's 2 phones. One phone was found by his body on the roof, and the other was during a search of his house. FBI officials speaking on the calls suggested that his search history indicated he was broadly interested in powerful and famous people, without any obvious ideological or partisan pattern. You ready for the list? Are you ready for the list of the prominent figures he searched? Here we go. Besides Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden, it was FBI Director Christopher Wray, Attorney General Merrick Garland, and a member, get this potato, of the British royal family. According to 2 officials with knowledge of the situation, they were speaking on condition of anonymity in order to discuss the matter publicly. Oh, Mr. Wray, who was also on the calls, that's the head of the FBI. He went out of his way to caution that the investigation was still in its early stages. But the absence of, quote, any political or ideological information at the house Mr. Crooks shared with his mother and father was, quote, notable. Because most people who carry out acts of political violence tend to leave a discernible trail of political views. This is coming from a top bureau official. See, and I'm so sick of these damn terms we get thrown at us. A top bureau official. Enough of that. Enough of that. Kimberly Cheadle, the director of the Secret Service. So Kimberly Cheadle is being asked to step down, and she has not yet. I think she's the girl. Well, here she is. Kimberly Cheadle. That's her. Ex-PepsiCo security chief. This shit's weird, isn't it? All I know is it's a little creepy to me.
Creep town, dude.
Okay, so Kimberly Cheadle, that's her, the director of the Secret Service, admitted that her agency made, quote, mistakes during one of the calls and provided new information about Mr. Crooks' movements during the shooting. She's scheduled to testify before the House Oversight Committee on Monday. Ooh, we're going to have to watch that. Y'all, remind me in Discord to find out where I can watch this live on Monday. I want to see what she has to say for herself. During the briefing with senators, officials ran through a timeline, noting that law enforcement officers had identified the gunman as suspicious about an hour before the shooting, but then lost track of him.
You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
What are they doing? This is their job. This is all they have to do. They trained for this. In and out, in and out. Right? They knew he was suspicious an hour before, but lost freaking track of him. 20 minutes before the shooting, a sniper spotted him again. Some senators left their call angry with the Secret Service after learning that officers did not intervene before he opened fire. This ain't over. He had a rangefinder and a backpack. The Secret Service lost sight of him. No one has taken responsibility, said Senator John Barrasso, Republican of Wyoming. He said, quote, the head of the Secret Service needs to go. Exactly, Cora. How does the Pepsi head security get a job as the head of the Secret Service? They knew about him more than an hour before the shooting. I agree with you, globalism. This is just weird. Senator Rick Scott, Republican of Florida, called on federal law enforcement agencies to publicly release the same details shared with lawmakers. Transparency. We've got senators wanting us to see it, and they won't let them. They're getting on secret calls with secret people that we can't know their names. It's awful. Quote, here we go. The Biden administration has got to start being open with Americans about what happened, who is being held accountable, and how we make sure it never happens again. I mean, that should be common sense, right?
You can't talk to a fucking log.
Oh, is it Jill Biden's friend? She was highly recommended by Jill Biden. See, it's all who you know. It's all who you know. All right, let's move on to the next bit of information. This is more about the messages left on the gaming platform before the shooting. So this is more about, that's about the searches. We knew that. Here's an overhead view. Wow. It's called the Butler Farms Show. Look, this t-shirt says, I fix stuff and I know things. Okay, this is what ABC News contributor and former head of intelligence at the Department of Homeland Security said. He said, quote, what is beginning to emerge is a portrait of a troubled young person who turned to violence. And he says, investigators may never determine a single or precise motive because they can't find anything on his phone. They've been unable to identify any ideological nexus to Trump or Biden. This is what they're saying. Here's the quote. Likely, it was a combination of mental health issues, ideological beliefs, and a sense of personal grievance. The same combination of factors present in almost every school shooting and mass casualty attack over the past several years. As with those incidents, the warning signs were there. They just were not recognized. The threat was real, but people around him did not understand what they were witnessing or how it would play out last Saturday. The FBI early on Sunday identified Crooks as the suspect. The U.S. Secret Service said snipers had killed him at the scene. Firefighter Corey Comptonor, a dad who was attending the rally, was killed, and 2 other bystanders were injured. So he sent $15 to this progressive group under Thomas Crooks in January of 21. And it doesn't say when he registered as a Republican, but that he was. Here's his home. That is weird, Megan May. What kind of text is that? The new JFK seal to be sealed for 75 years. Right. That's what I was saying the other day. I'm like, is this going to be the conspiracy of our generation? Right. I mean, did people feel like this when Kennedy was shot? Did they feel like they were being lied to? Did they feel like it was bullshit? I bet a lot of people did. I bet a lot of people felt like their intelligence was being insulted when Lee Harvey Oswald was shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, Chad Fletcher, you have a really good point. Comparing Trump to Hitler is a huge mistake. Huge. We got to stop this shit. Look at this. Law enforcement officials investigating the assassination told on Wednesday, said 20 minutes had passed between the time Secret Service snipers first spotted him on the rooftop. They saw him on the rooftop 20 minutes before. Secret Service. And this bitch is still sitting in that position on the call saying, oh, we made mistakes, but, you know, I'm still the lead. Trump rally shooter was reported as a suspicious person an hour before. This is NBC News. He was reported as a suspicious person and photographed. Look at this. Senator John Barrasso also said, quote, this was 100% cover your ass briefing. He had a rangefinder and a backpack. The Secret Service lost sight of him. Sitting ducks. Sitting ducks right there. No one has taken responsibility. Barrasso also said someone has died. The former president was almost killed. The head of the Secret Service needs to go. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. Did you guys know that there was law enforcement inside the building that he was on top of? Put a 1 in chat if you knew that. If you knew that there was law enforcement inside that building while he was army crawling on top of it. Did you guys know that? How is this possible? This dude got out a bright red ladder, and there was law enforcement inside that building that he was on top of. Watch this. Yes, listen. I mean, this is just ridiculous the more that I read. A local sniper team was inside the building from which Crooks fired at Trump, Cheadle said. And she made the decision not to deploy officers on the roof because it was sloped. I mean, like, literally, they can fuck directly off, right? Let me read that again. A local police sniper team was inside the building from which Crooks fired at Trump. The director of the secret whatever, said, Cheadle. And a decision was made not to deploy officers on the roof because it was sloped. Huh? Why would you, what? Weren't the other two roofs they were positioned on with tripods, weren't they sloped? How come they didn't hear him crawling across that metal with that rifle banging on the metal roof? Right, Texas Ranger? They're gaslighting us. We need tinfoil onesies. I haven't seen a picture of the ladder. Have you guys? Like on the building? Let me know if it's out there and I'll pull it up. Look at this. This is her quote from Cheadle. That particular building has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we would want to put someone up on a sloped roof. Now look at this. Local law enforcement denied that local snipers were in the building, even though Cheadle said they were.
Objection.
These people should be arrested for lying. It's out there? All right, I'll look for it. What the hell? I object. I object to this. Listen to this. On Wednesday, a Secret Service official told NBC News, look, a Secret Service official, it's high time we start naming these motherfuckers. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? Fuck this official said, da-da-da. They told NBC News that the local sniper team was not actually in the building, as Cheadle said. So they're calling their boss a liar? Instead, it was in another building in the same complex. I think we need some Joe Rogan for this one, because this is fucked up.
Like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, thank you so much, Flo. I know the Trump videos. I got them up right in the nick of time. Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. She said, congratulations on 495,000 views on the Trump rally videos. Great job, clickers. Awesome coverage, Jay. Thank you, Miss Flo. I appreciate you. You're always looking. She's always wanting me to do better, folks. Flo is like my Aunt Flo. Enton just tweeted about the Secret Service. What did he say? I don't know if it's true, but I heard this morning that some in the Secret Service want to talk, that the truth isn't being told. I bet they do. And then a Secret Service spokesman, the Secret Service has their own spokesman, kind of like SEF does. Anthony Guglielmi said, quote, to be clear, the individual was never identified as a threat. The individual was identified as a suspicious person, meaning there was no indication at the time he was a danger. It was an individual that required further investigation. He said that it was not accurate to say we were aware of a threat prior to the time that we identified him as a threat. which was when he was neutralized. Snipers were notified that local police were working an issue at the 3 o'clock position. That was what was communicated over police radio. So they got a police radio, and there was a problem at the 3 o'clock position, and they still walked Trump out on the stage. What? What?
God almighty.
Okay, so Christopher Wray, the head of the FBI, who also was searched by this individual, allegedly, he told lawmakers that the FBI has interviewed 200 people, reviewed 14,000 images, including photos and live stream video of the rallies. Now, my trust in the FBI is about nil. It's about nil. So when I hear that the FBI is receiving photos and videos, do you believe that the images we get are unaltered? Do you think that there's a chance that those photos, when they're sent in, are altered to fit a narrative? Put a 1 in chat if I'm going way over my tinfoil hat usage, allowed usage. But I don't trust it. And I don't trust Christopher Wray at all. Oh, they're so corrupt. Yeah, I don't either, Ganja. Yeah, they lie. I just feel like there's a lot of fakes and there's a lot of like narrative pushing on a huge level. Crooks had little to no social media presence, Wray said, and he used encrypted communication. Wray also said the investigators had not found a foreign connection. The Biden administration recently obtained intelligence about an Iranian assassination plot against Trump, but U.S. officials said the threat had no connection to last week's shooting. Okay, so fuck off, Biden administration. How can this be possible and they didn't take extra precautions? The Biden administration recently obtained intelligence about an Iranian assassination plot against Trump. Why wouldn't they take precautions, right? What the hell?
Because you're a liar.
T-Dub, thank you for your super chat. Go away, Ray. Yes. Go away, Ray. I do not trust it either, Core. I hate feeling like that, but shit, it sounds like we're all in the same boat. Yeah, they were aware of some kind of plot. Right? I know Christopher Wray needs to go too. They need to clean house altogether. Crooks, who worked as a dietary aide at a nursing home. So he worked in the kitchen, I guess. He wasn't a nurse's aide. He was a dietary aide. He worked in the kitchen. Requested the day off Saturday, but told his employer he planned to return to work Sunday. After the shooting, Trump said that the bullet pierced the upper part of his ear. During the Republican National Convention, he had a bandage covering most of his ear. Did you see the other guys that put bandages on their ears at the Republican National Convention? It happened. So they named the people that were injured. Let's see. Here we go. The House Oversight Committee on Wednesday subpoenaed Cheadle to appear for a public hearing this month, calling the assassination attempt a total failure of the agency's core mission. So Monday, Cheadle is going to be in the hot seat. So we're going to watch that live. We're going to watch the House Oversight meeting live on Monday. So that's going to be our Monday. Yes. So that's happening Monday. And it says here, the department and the USSS share your concern over the appalling events that occurred in Butler, Pennsylvania last weekend, and are committed to doing all we can to get to the bottom of what happened. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you. All right, let's get a picture of this ladder up and see what he was working with here. This is crazy. So they're saying they were in the room, in the building. Now they're saying they weren't, and there's a fucking ladder set up here. I'm gonna show you guys this. You haven't seen it. Dietary aid. Yeah, he worked in the kitchen doing something, getting trays ready, whatever, delivering trays. They have multiple duties. Okay, check this out. Uh-oh. Oops, I'm sending it to the wrong computer. That would be why. Okay, here it is. I think. Ugh, it's not sending. All right, we're just going to have to Google it. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared. Rally shooters ladder. We should be able to find it. Hopefully. Oh my God. Look at that shit. It's crazy. And you know what? I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? Well, at any rate, I'll keep trying, but let's keep going through this stuff. Okay, we're done with that one. So again, on Monday, we're going to watch this House meeting with Cheater or whatever her name is. This comes at you from WTAE TV in Pittsburgh. I know I'm trying to send it from my phone to my computer because if I open up my Discord, it will make me freeze up on my computer. Yeah, how did he know how to... I got it to work. Here it is. See the ladder propped up there? And we're literally hearing that there was law enforcement in that building. But then, like, Cheetah, what's her name? Cheetah said no. Or there was. And then someone else came out and said no. We can call her Cheetah. Oh, that's the SWAT ladder? Okay, let me go back. They're saying that's the SWAT ladder, though. Let's see. Oh, we got the link for the oversight hearing. We're going to be doing that Monday. What time does it start? Kels? 10 a.m. Eastern? 10 a.m. Eastern. Welcome back, Angie B. I'm not seeing a red ladder, so we'll skip on that one for now because I don't know what this is to. I don't want to put anything out that's wrong. Let's watch this video. This is going to be about this is a video that appears to show the shooter an hour before. Take a listen.
About the movements of Thomas Crooks before Saturday's shooting at the Trump rally in Butler. New video obtained exclusively by Pittsburgh's Action News 4 appears to show Crooks lurking in the area an hour before he opened fire. A seemingly simple video capturing Saturday's large crowd in Butler, also seemingly capturing a much more sinister moment.
I wanted to pan the crowd because it was a massive crowd. So I was just taking in the moment. So this was before the shooting. Obviously had no...
He says he was trying to capture the crowd and take it all in. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice someone in the background. The timestamp is 5:06, and the video appears to show 20-year-old Thomas Crooks lurking near a building.
That looks like him, no? But wasn't he wearing pants? Elon posted it, Core. Okay, I'll look on Elon's. Did he not have pants on when he was on top of that roof, deceased? Right, no drones? Oh, we didn't cover that building because the roof was sloped. What is she talking about? Yeah, this dude's in shorts. So is it him or is it not him? That's the question. Is that even him? Yeah, I thought he was in tan pants. Like, he was wearing shorts? It didn't look like it to me in that video, but we'll look later. Let's keep listening.
Building just past the secure parameters of the event itself. As the video pans to the crowd, you'll notice law enforcement vehicles stationed in the area as well. As the camera moves back towards the building, Crooks appears to be seen again. Blink and you may miss it, but it likely shows Crooks was in the area for more than an hour before.
The hell? You had shirts, I heard he had shorts on because I thought it was pants too. He was wearing shorts. Yeah, I'm too lazy to make bombs if I'm depressed. I'm certainly too lazy to climb a roof. Absolutely. I'm too lazy to even get out of bed if I'm depressed. Gray shirt, tan shorts with black sneakers. That's your local station? Yeah, I thought it was too, but maybe those were just his legs that I thought was tan since he was wearing shorts. But he doesn't have his backpack on in this. When he's lingering around, he doesn't have his backpack on.
Before the shots were fired.
When I saw the video last night, when I was going back through my video clips and saw him, I was chilled to the point where I couldn't fall asleep right away, and I didn't sleep well. There's something really went wrong with this.
Law enforcement sources say Crooks was able to access the roof by climbing.
Dude, that roof is not that sloped. Why would that be a fucking hazard? Dude, something is definitely wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Hey, W. Smith, good to see ya. She's using the excuse of the roof slope. Look at the roof, you guys. It's barely sloped. She acts like it was some big, huge pitched roof.
Because you're a liar.
Wow. I mean, the blatant lies. It's like we see it ourselves. We see it ourselves. Right. They think when are they going to realize that we're not stupid? People on the ground could see him. Melanator, the feds are not going to be honest. Right. It's unbelievable. Right. Their narcotics and their lies are so damn dumb. We're not stupid. The people see it. Oh, we couldn't set up there because of safety. She acts like it's St. Patrick's Cathedral. I mean, what the hell are we dealing with?
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
Cheadle is such a liar. Wow. The ones that they were set up on were more sloped than that. Wow. And look at the law enforcement guy. See him? Right beyond the guy in the bike? He's looking up. Is that the guy that walked away after? Oh, there's someone up there.
Over an air conditioning unit adjacent to the building. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 has learned from multiple.
There's a little kid right there. Oh, man, this shit makes me mad. There's a little freaking kid right there. And look at this officer, Mr. Doofus Dumbass. Wow. Siobhan, thank you so much for your super chats. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Siobhan. Look at this. Officer McDougal. Well, I think that it will come. I don't know what it's going to take, Auntie Cheryl, but it will come. It has to. Something's got to give.
Sources that Thomas Crooks was spotted at the rally, photographed as suspicious.
Wait, hold on. There's that photograph, but hold on. Let's go back. Something black hanging down the side. I don't see that. There's a window open in there. Several windows. And they're saying law enforcement was up in there. Where do you see something black, Cricket?
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 has learned from multiple sources that Thomas Crooks was spotted at the rally, photographed as suspicious, and officers were actively looking for him when he made his way onto the roof. And
they were actively looking for him when he made his way onto the roof. That's why Officer McDougal's like, huh? This doesn't even make sense. The JFK generation never got the truth, but they did. I mean, my parents' generation didn't get the truth, but the boomers that were kids when it happened, they got the truth. So, like, my granddaughter's age, that generation, will probably get the truth on this. And we'll be gone. We know, but we do know, Lisa, that the CIA was behind it. We know that we assassinated our own. We know enough to know that these administrations lie. Look at this shit. They were looking for him before he got on the roof, but he's on the roof, so McDougal's just walking around it?
This.
Law enforcement sources say Crooks was able to access the roof by climbing over an air conditioning unit adjacent to the building. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 has learned from multiple sources that Thomas Crooks was spotted at the rally, photographed as suspicious.
This is the photograph that was taken by Mike DeFrischia. He's literally lined up, ready to shoot. Yeah, he climbed up the AC, it says. Thank you so much, Sherry, for your super sticker. It's so generous of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And they still let him take the stage. In all fairness, though, Julie Jordan, he's always late for his rallies. I've been to 3 of them. And he was never on time. It just gets everybody more pumped up for when he does get there. Yeah, it's strange, huh?
And officers were actively looking for him when he made his way onto the roof and fired at former President Donald Trump.
Okay.
And again, federal officials tell us their investigation is ongoing.
Okay. Does this look like they were looking for him? Look at, there's one officer. Oh, they're looking for him. There's a guy.
Sources say Crooks was.
There's a guy on the roof with a gun. This guy didn't know that they had been looking for him prior. Something stinks bad.
Able to access the roof by climbing over an air conditioning unit.
He climbed over this to get up. Tell me how he did that. Tell me how he did that. With a backpack and a rifle. Come on. Do you guys believe this? Yeah, that was the SWAT team's ladder that we showed. They're saying he climbed over this.
Adjacent to the building. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 has learned from multiple sources that Thomas Crooks was spotted at the rally.
That just doesn't even make sense. Okay, here's our next one. This is the priest who prayed on stage moments before the Trump shooting. This is one hell of a priest, isn't it? This is who prayed before the shooting. You ready? This is coming at you from EWTN, and this is Father Jason Charon. He told multiple people in the crowd to pray for the president, and he said there are people who want to shoot him and there are people that want to kill him. Moments later, the bullet grazed the former president's right ear. Have you heard this yet? Here we go.
Interview. I know that you were there on Saturday at the rally for former US President Donald Trump. You were there invited to pray. What do you remember?
Yes, it's the first time I'd been to a Trump rally and first time they'd asked me to lead it in prayer. Well, I remember a kind of a jubilant atmosphere, large gathering of people. And as soon as, they called for the moment of prayer and I came up to the podium, people were very, very respectful all of a sudden. But my prayer was directed to God our Father, that he would give us his Holy Spirit, that we may perceive in the present crises of our time, in our world and in our nation, that we might perceive through this crisis the need to make right our relationships with one another, with our families, but ultimately.
See, it's this whole message of making right with each other, being together, not fighting with each other, etc., etc. It's that same message. Listen again. I'm gonna play it normal because he's kind of talking fast. Dude, this shit's fucking weird. I am creeped out right now. Oh my god.
Ooh, that will scare somebody.
Through this crisis, the need to make right our relationships with one another, with our families, but ultimately our relationship with God.
And Father, what do you think of the fact that while you were there praying, that this gunman would have been in the vicinity getting ready to try and assassinate the president who was going to speak after you, the former president?
I hope that, before this young man died, some echo of my words in that prayer may have had a residual echo in his heart, that in his last breath, he may have said, Jesus, remember me, make this relationship with you beautiful again, and expired. I hope that was the case.
What do you remember about the moment when the gunshots fired out?
Yeah, Colm, that's my take on that is rather peculiar because I had an obligation, and I knew that a pastoral obligation. I knew that with the thousands of people there, I would not be able to get out on time. So I finished speaking with Mr. Trump, shook his hand, and the rest of the group that I was with proceeded to our seats, which were in the first row near the podium. And I said to the Secret Service, I apologize if this is going to cause you problems, but I think I'd better leave now to beat the crowd. And they said, sure. So they kind of showed me how to get out of the security perimeter. And I could still go over and talk to people on their side of the barrier in the crowd because they had seen me. And, they were waiting for Mr. Trump to get on the stage. And, I said to people, they thanked me for the prayer. And I said, yes, but the prayer has to continue. You have to pray. And I said that, there are people who want to shoot him. There are people who want to kill him.
The fuck?
That was to a crowd of about 15, 20 people.
You said
were
that
around
to them just beforehand.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
He said it to 15 or 20 people right beforehand? Dude.
And so I said, you have to pray for him.
And did you say that, Father, in general, or was there something at that moment that made you say that?
That's a good question, Paul. I said it in general, but when I said it, and it's the kind of thing with Secret Service around and with thousands of people, you don't want to be, it's just not prudent to broadcast that, but I don't know where it came from, but I said that, and I kind of thought, and so I just finished my conversation and I kept walking, and some other people pulled me over and they said, look at the snipers on the roof there. I said, oh yeah. And by this point I was just kind of pulling away from the crowd. They were on their side of the barricade, and I heard like an indistinct pop. And then I noticed all these people coming towards me in the direction of where my car was. And I thought, oh, I'm never going to get out of here, And then someone says there were gunshots. So at that point, I thought, oh my. So I was, by that point, I'm in the car. I get in the car and my phone starts going off. And one of my parishioners who was in the crowd said they shot President Trump.
What do you think when you look back at what happened and the fact that you were there, that you said the prayer just beforehand, the fact that Donald Trump came within just a couple of centimeters of death?
Well, it's definitely, the grace of God. It's definitely a testament to the power of prayer in events. I'm not saying me personally, but the effect, the invisible, powerful effect of the angelic realm and the grace of God operating in the affairs of men. It is influenced by our willingness to bow our head and invoke his blessing. This is a testament again to the power and efficacy of prayer guiding the affairs of men.
Who is this guy? Father Jason Charon. Let's see. Is he a priest there locally? Let's see.
You don't hold a count.
I'm almost afraid. Carnegie priest who gave benediction at Trump rally warned people want to shoot him. We're at the boiling point, says priest who prayed at Trump rally. Local Ukrainian Catholic priest recounts Trump rally. He's Ukrainian. South Hills Catholic Academy. This is him. Pastor, Holy Trinity Ukrainian Catholic Church. This is for reals. So he's from the Ukraine, but he went to school in Canada. For those in Ottawa, he went to school near you. Him and his wife, Helena, live in Carnegie, Pennsylvania, and are parents to 7 children. He's been a priest in the Ukrainian Catholic Church since 2008 and currently serves in 2 parishes, as well as in a bi-ritual capacity with the Diocese of Pittsburgh. He has worked in education at the primary, secondary, and post-secondary levels for 10 years. He's got a Gmail. Why doesn't he have a, shacademy.com email?
It's in the water. What the
He has a wife. That's what it says. How is he? Yeah, good catch. I didn't even think about that. Father Jason Charon, his wife Helena. What? Sleepy Hills Catholic Academy. about? I have a wife and 7 children. I didn't even think of that. This is Harmony Stewart. She's the head of the school. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Mission statement? How does he have 7 children and a wife? Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh. Triumph of the Holy Cross Parish. Weird. Let's see if there's a video of him freaking giving the prayer. Look at this. Here we go. This is how he has a wife. Eastern versus Roman Rite Catholicism. Ukrainian Catholic priest breaks down the fascinating differences. This is from March 2nd, 2024. The Catholic talk show, Ryan Scheel, Ryan Delacroix, and Father Rich Pagano. This reminds me of Timothy Ferriter's podcast. Discuss the Eastern Rite Catholic churches with Father Jason Charin, a married Ukrainian Catholic priest. He says Italian bread is not the same as German bread, the same with the faith in Ukraine and Mexico. It's the same Catholic faith, but takes on a whole new dynamism. For example, let's see. Anything about being married? Oh, Jesus, there's a whole video on it. I don't know. Maybe they just have a different belief. Yeah, I don't know. Michelle said, I just looked at that. Ukrainian. Yeah, they're not supposed to get married, but apparently they have different beliefs in the Roman versus Eastern Catholicism. Ooh. All right, enough on him. Let's move on from the priest. I'm good. Woo, I got to shake off them vibes, girl. Oh, shake them off. Shake them off. Fling them off of you, whatever you got to do. Light your sage, because that was some weird shit.
I mean, I'm sure there was stuff long and swung.
You guys, is he an actor like Zelensky? I can't stand Zelensky. He showed up at something I saw on the news this morning in his typical, sweatshirt with their weird logo that looks like Star Trek, and then his cargo pants. How come he always wears sweatshirts and cargo pants? Okay, Nora. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, so former classmate speaks out. Let's take a listen to this. This guy says he called him stupid. That this kid called him stupid. This is what's his name? Oh, this is the kid with the Hispanic story. The one kid that said, "Nah, he wasn't bullied. He was a dick to me." Okay, hold up. Let's unmute. He called him stupid over the political beliefs. Let's take a listen.
Thomas was a quiet kid unless there was something that he was passionate about, politics being one of them. He just did not like politicians, especially with the choices that we've had. He did not like our politicians. It was especially during 2016. It was Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, all of them. He showed that he disliked all of them. Did not like any of them. So I brought up the fact that I'm Hispanic and, you know, I'm for Trump. And he said, well, you're Hispanic, so shouldn't you hate Trump? And I was like, no, he's great. I mean, like, he's a great president. And he's, you know, he called me stupid, or insinuated that as if he's like, well, that's kind of stupid. If he was a know-it-all. So, like, once again, if he was passionate about something, he would just talk, and acted like he knew everything, especially politics related. And he would say it in a tone that was like, I'm better than you, in a type of way. And, you know, meanwhile, it's like, dude, we're in the same classes. You know what I mean? We're talking about the same stuff here. And whenever it comes to politics, I mean, at the end of the day, I can agree, you can disagree, I can disagree. We're not even know nothing about it. Like, at that point, it doesn't matter. At that point, it's, you know what I mean? We're just starting to figure out who we like and all. But, yeah, he was real smug and arrogant whenever he was talking. And whether that was his way to try to make friends or be funny, I don't know. But it got under my skin a lot. So, his friend group, they were known for being, like I said, like, just out there, a little bit more recluse. Some of them didn't even show up to school. Some of them went homeschool. Some of them, I think one of them went to, like, a private school. They were definitely the type, and they did make threats to shoot up our school.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That year, I believe it was our freshman year, because I had left our freshman year. Before I had left, you know, everyone going through Snapchat, everybody's texting, everybody, you know, saying this, that, and the third. Everybody was saying it was Thomas who made a threat, and it was that friend group. Everyone was mainly blaming the friend group, but a name that kept coming up was Thomas. And he never did anything, you know what I mean? He left school for a couple of days. It wasn't anything like a suspension or anything. It was just a couple of days, you know. He was not severely bullied. Almost nobody knew him. So, you know, for somebody who got severely bullied, I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I could name you a few students that were severely bullied, and I remember their names. He's not one of them. The signs were there, and somebody definitely had to know. Somebody, whether he was talking to somebody or somebody either just didn't realize and just overlooked it, somebody should have known, because he was not a loner. And
this seems so like such a narrative. 79% of you don't believe it. Wow. You guys, this is going to have us questioning a lot of stuff. Because I'm seeing that people who normally wouldn't question this stuff are now questioning it. But when you answer the poll, Robin, answer it by your first instinct. Do you believe him? You don't have time to ponder it. You either have to answer, do you believe him or do you not? You're on the spot, woman.
And both of his parents being counselors, how do you not see that warning sign?
Get treated like skunk.
Anybody who knew him should have seen something, should have known something was up. And I know it's, you know, it's kind of easy to hide.
What's on his tattoos? Because he's really putting his forearms out there like that to show them off.
But people are going to get their affairs in order before they do something this bold and this drastic, and nobody saw it. And why?
Kels does believe him, she says. I actually believe him, she said. He just seems pretty educated on the whole situation to me.
No, he's great. I mean, like, he's a great president. At that point, it's, you know, I mean, we're just starting to figure out who we like and all, but yeah, he was real smug, arrogant whenever he was talking, and whether that was his way to try to make friends or be funny, I don't know, but it got under my skin.
It got under my skin. Oh, here's another former classmate. Here we go. Ready? We're probably going to have an ad first. Here's another former classmate. Hold on. I don't know if we're going to get a loud. Yeah. We'll mute it until the ad skips. We've got another former classmate. I know they're also well-spoken. He knows about stuff. Oh, you know, his parents are counselors. Like, he's all into psychological aspects. It's like, no, dude, you'd be shocked that your classmate did this. Give me a break.
Our class was actually, they said, like, one of the smaller classes. It used to be like 400, 500 like years ago, and our classes were roughly around 300. So we knew each other, but there was just some people you knew, some people you knew closer, but it wasn't too close. So that's how most people were sort of aware of Tom, but nothing too deep relationship-wise. Yeah, he did have a few friends. I mean, he wasn't just a loner out there, just like anybody else would, but not a huge friend group. Wasn't like the most popular person in the class or anything like that. In the class of 2022, graduating class. There was like a few cliques, like he, you know, in homeroom he would play on his computer a little bit more. He was very into that, and he also
in homeroom, he'd play on his computer. Who the fuck does it in homeroom? All right, we got to do another poll. Do you believe this girl? And I don't agree. I don't support any particular candidate. I'm not a MAGA, but I'm an American, and I pay attention to who our choices are. We're going to do another poll. Do you believe in love? Do you believe this girl? Gut instinct kicking in 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your votes in.
So, you know, he would kind of sit more alone with a few friends at lunch, you know, like anyone else would. And there were like bigger cliques, smaller cliques, kind of just how high school is. Just around like graduation, he was like a few seats away from me, and I remember talking to him and another kid just in the auditorium. It was like, oh, how long are we going to be here type thing, but nothing too hugely notable after that. He was in my homeroom for 8 years, but nothing, we didn't have any notable conversations prior to the graduation. I had some classes with him. He was in like higher math courses, and I was like in higher science ones, so we'd have a few, and then history as well, but nothing, not too many classes here and there. It's just like any normal person really would. Was always nice to kind of people around him. You know, just some people kind of don't fit in as much as others, just how the cliques go in high school. It was shocking, because I mean, it's shocking to hear someone from your high school, you know, that you knew of, would do something as tragic as that. But I actually originally thought it was like a relative, because I heard Thomas is not really a name he usually goes by. He goes by Tom or Tommy. But when I heard the news, I was like, oh, I know the last name of Crooks. Like, I went to high school with him, and then knowing he's from Bethel, and then learning he like was close down the street from me. It was completely. I wasn't even awake yet, and I heard all that, and I was supposed to go to the rally, and it was just crazy. You know, I'm thankful that I didn't.
She was supposed to go to the rally too.
Because I feel really bad for families that had to endure that, and I'm sure some are going through some nightmares from that, actually. But all of Bethel Park, this is like a community that we're all really close, family orientated, good Americans and great citizens, especially like through Bethel Park, through their high school. I mean, we have different things like the music department, and we're also close with that. Because of that, it's like an experience where you're like, well, this did not seem to add up to happen in Bethel Park. So our hearts go out to the families that were affected.
Cheddar Bobby, I like your pick.
People in the school that I thought would probably more be capable of such.
Oh, and all the sirens going off behind her too. What an added effect. Why would she want to go to the rally anyways? My daughter's 23 and she can't stand Donald Trump. Just saying. And I'm not saying anything bad, but most young people don't like him.
And he's definitely not one of them I would think of. But it's also maybe because of the fact that he didn't talk to a lot of people, so you don't really know what's going on inside their heads during that moment. Just a normal, quiet person. Nice to anyone who he interacts with. Never said anything harshly political like that. So that's why this is such a hard thing to unpack, because no one really knows. No one in the community really knows. We had American politics class. It was half a year, senior year, and he's never made any outward political views. Nothing you could think of. This could have been something that developed in the past 2 years after, came out of high school, but we're not really sure. No one's truly sure. Yeah. I know some people were saying, obviously, he was relentlessly bullied and a loner. I personally wasn't aware that he was being bullied. I know it's hard for school districts to really get a handle on that sometimes. I would hope Bethel would get a handle on that if that did happen.
So she's going to bat for Bethel? This girl's been out of school for 2 years at least. And she's going to bat for the high school. Oh, I feel like they would have gotten a hold on it. Who says that? Who denies bullying and says, oh, that school would have gotten a hold on it? I don't think any schools have a hold on bullying, or it wouldn't still be freaking happening. Yeah, why haven't they gone to the nursing home? Probably because of patients being in the nursing home. They probably can't. The media.
I don't know if it happened a little bit, but if it would happen a lot, I feel like I would have noticed a lot more. So I don't really think he was a loner or bullied a lot. Every time I'll try to get my mind off of it, I get contacted with more reporters, and it just brings me all back. And
Dude, this just happened. What day was this? July 18th. This came out at 4 a.m. So this was probably filmed yesterday.
What? It's sad. Like I was so nauseous on Sunday hearing about it, because you don't think something like that would happen so close. So something so national to come so close to home. So like I could try to speak for all of Bethel Park. We just really want to move on from this, because it's not.
So she's speaking for the whole community right now. This 20-year-old girl is speaking for the whole community, that they all just want to move on from this.
Something normal for us. It was quite an anomaly for us.
It's nothing normal for us. It was quite an anomaly. The fuck? Oh, shit. It looks like we did. We did true crime and other stuff. September's like, hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Bethel Park, the community of scholars. So weird. But half of you believed her. You believed her more than the other guy. Oh my God, thank you so much, Kels. Coming in hot after I announced that goals have been met. Thank
Kels
you.
has just donated $25 using J4J411.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd be shocked
Jay,
as hell, right?
you're
Like,
my
this is your
favorite.
classmate. He's
Question
dead.
mark.
He was on the damn roof. I mean, what? Thank you so much, Kels. That was very, very generous of you. And she bypassed YouTube. Thumbs up for that one. Thumbs up for bypassing YouTube's 40%. They take 40% of everything. I'm nauseous listening to her. Yeah, it's weird, right? None of them seem genuine at all. So I have one, before we get into BlackRock, I want to play the video I put up of the classmate. I don't know if this is the same. Oh, wait, hold on. We've got, yeah, I think Grunge just reported the reason that the Secret Service gave for not securing the roof. And it's the sloping. So this is just hitting the waves, guys. This is just hitting the waves. Crazy. Okay, so this video, let's see. Let's go to my videos. There's a classmate. It might have been a short. Here we go. Is this that same guy? This looks like it was filmed in 1990.
He was bullied almost every day.
In what way? Can you explain?
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're gonna see someone like that, and they're gonna target him because they think it's funny or whatever, so it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but you never know.
Yeah. You said he was a loner?
Yeah. I want to say he was a loner more because he was quiet, but like he was just bullied. Like he was bullied so much. So much.
And this was high school?
Yeah.
What did they, do you remember at all what they said to him or called him?
No. He was just made fun of, I guess, for the way he dressed or his appearance.
Do you believe this guy? Well, it just came out on Grunge. I'm saying it's just hitting, and a lot of people, hadn't heard it because it came out at like 4 a.m. Yeah, he couldn't even give any examples. He's like, oh, he was bullied bad. And then she's like, oh, how was he bullied? He couldn't even say how. Listen to it again.
He was bullied almost every day.
In what way? Can you explain?
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're gonna see someone like that, and they're gonna target him because they think it's funny or whatever, so it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but you never know.
Yeah. You said he was a loner?
Yeah. I want to say he was a loner more because he was quiet, but like he was just bullied. Like he was bullied so much. So much.
And this was high school?
Yeah.
What did they, do you remember at all what they said to him or called him?
No. He was just made fun of, I guess, for the way he dressed or his appearance.
Look at this guy's face. I think it says it all. Yeah, you know how kids are nowadays. Was that actually, did they like add teeth in his mouth? Because he looked really awkward. Nowadays? I know kids nowadays. He was bullied really bad. Yeah, he was trying not to smile. It was weird, Erica. All right, I'm going to end the poll. 81% of you did not believe his bullshit. 81% of you. I love it. I love it. While we're at it, let's watch this clip before we do the BlackRock. Because I haven't seen the BlackRock, but I want you guys to watch this with the BBC. This is one of my videos. I got 170K views. crazy. Here we go.
When the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching. But
Wait, hold on. I got to rewind. Did you hear the British reporter? He's like, okay, we can't talk like that. He's like, he blew his head off. He's like, oh, we can't talk like that. We're on TV. Please watch how you talk. All right, here we go, Myron.
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn.
I 100% believe this guy. I 150% believe this guy. But it is hair. Okay, so it's a visor you buy with like Trump hair coming out of it. That's not his real hair. I think that's like a visor you buy.
I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this, and next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes?
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes?
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
Exactly. So he says the guy was on the other side of the slope, so they couldn't see him. Yeah, it's a hat. No, it's a hat. It's a hat.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting
I think the dude's just shook. I think he's like, what the fuck? We were telling them that this guy was up there. And, this probably would have been, gone down as a conspiracy theory had it not been for all the other people. Ding, ding, ding. Melanator. Exactly. If there weren't all the other videos that surfaced of people yelling that they saw him. If this was the only one, they would have been like, look at this guy. Look at his stupid hat. It's just a Trump hat. It's just because Trump rallies are fun. People who go to Trump rallies go for the atmosphere. It's great people watching. There's usually pretty cool people there that are pretty easygoing. And it's just a fun hat. But had this other video not come out of all these other people with their phones, they would have said, look at this crazy ass lunatic. Look at him. He's MAGA. He's got a huge thing of dip in his mouth. He's drunk. He's looking for his 15 minutes. But he wasn't. I 150% believe this guy. I do.
everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing.
See, he's got a perfect description, and this was right after. This BBC guy was on it. How is it? See, and this is a perfect example, right? The honest account. Who's filming it? Yes, you can, Kels. Kels found the Trump hat on Amazon. She's going to share the link. Thank you. You guys want to pick one up? They're pretty friggin' hilarious. I say wear that and then put the bandage over like the Republican guys did. This is like the poster boy of America. But who's filming them? The BBC. The BBC. Chicky Mama, welcome, Chicky. Those are my dog's favorite treats. The chicken and waffles from Amazon. They wanted me to let y'all know that, by the way. I love you, Mama. I love you, puppies. Thank you for becoming a member, Chicky. Chicky. I saw this live, too. Yeah. The BBC. The BBC getting it.
We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Were you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But
you hear this?
My question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
What is this about the lady on the horse? She kept going back and forth right in front of me. What is that about? Right. She keeps going back and forth. What does that mean? The BBC and Sky News are way more accurate than ours.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, she's
And that's where it cut off. So I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. I just thought it was weird that he mentioned her. Did anybody hear anything further on that?
Jennifer loves horses. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Who was allowed in with a horse? Yeah, I don't know. He said she had a flag. Let's listen to that part again.
questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back
Trump flag on a horse.
and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of that?
No, she's a
I don't know what he said. I wish I knew. Local police, maybe? With a Trump flag, though? They were outside the rally. Right, because he was outside. So it was a lady on a horse with a Trump flag going back and forth in front of him. I don't know, of course. Someone recorded it on their TV. That's where they ended it. You're welcome, NH girl. My dog, this is their favorite. Chicky. Cheryl T said Sky News had the fact that there was someone deceased like 5 minutes after it happened. Yeah, they were outside, but it's just weird. I wasn't paying attention for a horse, but I guess when I replay them, I'll watch for it. Let's go through this BlackRock. This was published July 15th. BlackRock yanks 2022 ad featuring Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks. This rural-ass town got a visit from BlackRock Inc. Are you freaking kidding me? BlackRock Inc., the world's largest money manager, has pulled an ad that briefly featured Thomas Crooks. The company said Crooks was a student at Bethel Park High School and appeared in the 2022 ad with other unpaid teens. Quote, in 2022, we ran an ad featuring a teacher from Bethel Park High School in which several unpaid students briefly appeared in the background, including Thomas Matthew Crooks. Who's the teacher? Who's the fucking teacher? Who is this guy? Why don't they give us this teacher's name? I want to know who the teacher is. What the freak? The 30-second BlackRock TV ad features an AP and honors student. Or wait. The 30-second BlackRock TV ad features an AP and honors economics class that Crooks attended at the time, with the would-be Trump assassin speaking with his teacher. What the hell? Who's the teacher? They don't tell us. Crooks graduated the same year the commercial aired from the Bethel Park High, where he was one of a dozen students who received National Math and Science Initiative Awards. Wait. Didn't that girl just say that she was in higher science classes than him? Wait, isn't that what she said?
I want this to be crystal clear.
I could have sworn that she said she didn't really know him because she was in higher up classes. This girl. I got to play it again because I could have sworn she said she was in these higher up fucking classes.
Actually, they said like one of the smaller classes, it used to be like 400, 500 like years ago, and our classes were roughly around 300. So we knew each other, but there was just some people you knew, some people you knew closer, but it wasn't too close. So that's how most people were sort of aware of Tom, but nothing too deep relationship-wise. Yeah, he did have a few friends. I mean, he wasn't just a loner out there, just like anybody else would, but not a huge friend group. Wasn't like the most popular person in the class or anything like that. In the class of 2022, graduating class. There was like a few cliques, like he, in homeroom, he would play on his computer a little bit more. He was very into that, and he also, he would kind of sit more alone with a few friends at lunch, you know, like anyone else would. And there were like bigger cliques, smaller cliques, kind of just how high school is. Just around like graduation, he was like a few seats away from me, and I remember talking to him and another kid just in the auditorium, like, oh, how long are we gonna be here type thing, but nothing too hugely notable after that. He was in my homeroom for 8 years, but nothing, we didn't have any notable conversations prior to the graduation. I had some classes with him. He was in like higher math courses, and I was like in higher science ones, so we'd have.
Here it is. All right, hold on.
With him. He was in like higher math courses, and I was like in higher science ones, so we'd have a few, and then history as well, but nothing, not too many classes here and there. It's just like
okay. Maybe I heard wrong then. I'm glad we went back and played it though. So he was in an honors economics class, and his teacher was featured by BlackRock. The teacher says who he is. Oh, let's watch this. Okay.
I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh.
Oh, he actually talks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jackie.
My name is Brian DeLallo.
Brian DeLallo. How you would spell that, I don't know.
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, you know, that guy made this place a special place to come to school and gave as much as he could to help the community.
Okay, so I do know, is Miss Robin still here? Is Miss Robin still here? I want to say it was you that said that your company switched over to BlackRock. Maybe I'm wrong. It was somebody I talked to. Their company's like financial, like retirement. Instead of it being like JP Morgan, switch to BlackRock. Does anybody know about that? Because if they're working with the school systems, it makes sense. I mean, they pretty much own our school systems, right? There's nothing wrong with being MAGA. It's just viewed as being more extreme now, 'tis me. That's all I meant. In the beginning, it wasn't as extreme as it's viewed now. It's just a different movement now. I don't know. I don't think so, Core. This is the actual commercial, though. Look at, oh God, y'all. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. Oh my God, I do not. I don't. But you need to put your tinfoils back on. Pass them out really quick. Get them out. Whatever you've done with them. Put them under your seat. Whatever you did, put them back on. Because look at what's in the beginning of this commercial. I am shooketh. If you are into conspiracies, this is gonna bottom you out. This is gonna bottom you right the fuck out. The Lions Club. The Lions Club sign in the back. Look. Everybody's got them on. Look. Is this like some kind of symbolism bullshit? The Lions Club. Core. I knew somebody would be like, what? I was waiting for it.
What?
And this is their own commercial. This is BlackRock's commercial. Hey, Patrick. Patrick. I know I don't like it either. There are no coincidences, says Lisa. They probably didn't even know, Skinny. I bet you the school never even told them. Yep, the all-seeing eye, Cricket. Fucking weird, right? I caught that. I was like, whoa. I'm not Googling Brian DeLallo either. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I want to know who that kid is now. There's that child. There's 4 kids at this table, and one of them just happens to be the Trump shooter. Thanks, T-dubs. I know, but it's still just weird symbolism, Sativa, isn't it? Olive, what are we doing? What's going on? Jess got out the lighters. Yeah, and then we've got the weird priest saying to a group of 10 to 12, oh, Trump people want to shoot him. And then he gets shot. That's freaking scary. And this kid's last name is Crooks. So we have laundries, right? Laundries. We have Crooks. What's the other weird name we had recently in a case? What was the other weird name, y'all? I know there's another weird last name on a weird case we followed, and I can't think of what it is. If you think of it, holler.
Well-being to me. Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Why is it so low?
To me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do.
What does he love to do?
Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, you know, that guy made this place a special place to come to school and gave as much as he could to help the community.
Wait, is that same girl they interviewed? Is that the same girl we just watched or no? This is bizarre. Oh, yeah. Bowersox, Proudfoot, and Judge. Cremo's uncle comes in here. Paul Cremo comes in here. I'm following that case if you know who Cremo is. Oh, you think it looks like Cremo? It's not the same one. No.
Help the community.
I don't trust this shit at all. Invested in the future of Americans. Let's slow it. Can we slow it down? No, we can't. What does it scroll through? And then it lands at Pennsylvania. Colleges, first responders, teachers, Pennsylvanians, Minnesota, armed forces, pensioners, healthcare workers, retirees, Pittsburgh, Americans. Oh, I know, Crimo. Yeah, I know. There are a lot of weird names. It did say Minnesota in there. Invested in owning Americans. Crabtree, yeah. WB, right? Oh, what is this? We need some Twilight Zone music. I wonder when this actually, did they say when it came out? Oh, in 2022. They ran the ad. When did they? I thought it said they filmed it in 2022. So they removed it. BlackRock removed from circulation. It is still available for investigators to review and is being circulated on social media. BlackRock condemned the shooting. They said it was abhorrent. We're thankful that former President Trump wasn't seriously injured and thinking about all of the innocent bystanders and victims of this awful act, especially the person that was killed. Ugh. BlackRock oversees an estimated $9.1 trillion in assets. Bye, Cheryl. Have a great day at work. All right, this is our final segment of today's live. We're going to walk through Law and Crime last night. I watched this, and I thought it was a really good compilation of all of the videos so we can pay attention to, you know, maybe things like horses and, you know, the buildings and the slopes and where the Secret Service was staged at and things like that. And can I just say, I love this lady's glasses in the back. Hysterical. Let me make this screen size for you. And thanks for being here today, guys. I really appreciate it. I needed to walk through all of this. I waited until enough, you know, surfaced about the shooter that there was a lot of things to kind of dig into in a live stream. So see her up there with her glasses on? She's like, kiss my grits. I like President Trump. You should have seen some of the people they interviewed in the parking lot, too. Just the people they interviewed, they just make it look wacky. They find the most, like, extreme individuals, and that's who they put in the news. It's quite humorous. All right, so here we go, guys. This is every video of Donald Trump's assassination attempt and the aftermath.
We've all seen the shocking video of a bullet grazing former President Trump's right ear. But now we're getting a look at the attempted assassination from all angles and the timeline of the events. Oh my gosh. From Trump's fist pump pre-shooting to the now...
I'm wondering what they're blocking out here. I thought that was kind of weird. Like, what is that? What do they have blurred out?
Famous fist pump Trump makes after gunshots rang out. We're now getting a new perspective on the shooting from behind the stage.
It's kind of interesting seeing this view, you know. This is where all those people were just chilling.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
And from inside the rally when people first sound the alarm.
He's on top of the roof. Don't go over there.
Plus, a look at the fallout when 3 other people are struck by gunfire.
Okay, so if you see in this first row where the lady, like with the pink hat, that's where that man was shot in the head right there. Look at this shit. Why weren't people running? Why did no one run? Did they feel trapped in those bleachers? Because I don't quite understand. Look at that. Looks like Will Ferrell over on the right-hand side with the glasses on his head in the flag shirt. Hey, Lori from Ohio. Do you think they felt trapped in there? Because every time I've ever seen like gunshots, people just run. They scatter. I saw the little boy in the Trump suit. I did see him. I know you think they would have all gotten down. They're still sitting there like this guy in the big hat. He's just chilling. See, this woman was too large to get down. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but she probably felt like a sitting fucking duck. You got to be pretty limber to get down in the bleachers.
One shot right here, Mike. One shot right here.
Just days removed from the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump, we're still learning new.
Okay, hold on. Sandwich. They saw a man get his head blown off and not one tear. I'm not going to judge that. It's shock. I have a personal story with that. My son saw his girlfriend get hit by a car and die. And her head was head trauma. He saw it. He wasn't shedding tears. He was in sheer panic and shock mode. These people didn't know what to do, dude. 1 minute they're screaming USA, having some beers, chilling at the Trump rally. It's a nice day in Pennsylvania. And the next day there's pop, 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 pop. Shock phase is a real thing. It exists. They're not going to be crying probably for days, maybe even months. It takes a while for the brain to process seeing something like this. That's why they can talk about it so matter-of-factly after. It's not even about sadness. They can't comprehend sadness. They're under attack. Their adrenaline is through the roof. They can't think. They don't know what to do. They probably feel out of their own bodies. It's real. It's fucking real. Some of them thought it was firecrackers. I mean, it takes a minute for this shit to kick in, to settle into someone's mind. Yes, and it's also crowd, right? If you look at your neighbor, what are they doing? You're so right, Pearl. No one knows what happens to us to change who we are behind every smile, their tears. So right. I'm so sorry that happened to you, just Robin. That's really sad. It's total shock. And that's why it makes my stomach sick, because these people didn't just forget, you know. This is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. They're never going to be the same people that they were, you know, the minute before those shots rung out. They're never going to feel safe. They're never going to feel comfortable in certain situations. And it's real. They're not going to want to go around crowds. They're not going to want to be in open areas. They're not going to live their lives the same after this day. And it's absolutely fucking tragic. And then to have lies on top of it told to us by the officials in charge. It's horrendous. It's horrendous.
New details and piecing together what exactly happened. We do know gunfire grazed former President Trump's right ear and injured two others. 57-year-old David Dutch and 74-year-old James Copenhaver, who are now in stable condition. 50-year-old Corey Competore, a volunteer fire chief, was shot and killed during the incident as he shielded his family from gunfire. The shooting happened on Saturday, July 13th at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, about an hour away from Pittsburgh. Trump took the stage at about 6 o'clock that evening, but for hours ahead of that, supporters filled the grounds.
You see this vibe? Dude, people have fun at these rallies. They wait in line for hours and hours. They're there before sunup. Like, the vibe at a Trump rally is honestly, it's fun. And people there, like, you get along with each other. Like, I don't know. It's just like nothing. It's like nothing, no group I've ever been to. And I'm talking the first round of his presidential campaign. It was fun. It was something new. It was something I'd never experienced before. And I've never seen any presidential rallies quite like this. And it's a really cool, fun vibe. And there's a lot of boomers there. A lot. And the boomers' worlds were rocked by the JFK documents being released. And now this. This is 12:56 p.m. So this is taking you through the day with the people, what they were doing all day long. Yeah, they love America and other people. They really are in that mindset when they're there. Like, if you just went there and not spoke, people would be so cool to you. It just doesn't even matter. Like, it's just a fun vibe. And you can see everybody's in their patriotic clothes. It brings out the American in us, right? It's symbolic. It's become symbolic. Well, Lee Michelle, I mean, in all fairness, the former president was about to take the stage, so I think everybody was recording. Right? Yeah, I mean, whether you like him or hate him, you got to agree that it brings out the American in these people. Oh, I gotta end that. And you know Kid Rock was thrown in there. What's up, WB? For a snowball, they're censoring me. What do you mean? Okay, did you guys see that arrow? Thank you so much, WB. Did you see that arrow? That's where the shooter's going to be. WB, thank you. That was very kind, generous, and thoughtful of you. Okay, that's the sloped building. That's the excuse. Oh, it's outside of the perimeter and the roof was sloped, so we didn't need to get people on there. Join me Monday for the House Senate meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to stream that shit live and see what this Secret Service director has to say for herself. But look at the other buildings. Look how sloped they are. Watch. That one's the most unsloped of them all.
All this brings us to the moments right before the rally began.
Oh, yeah. See, everybody's getting all pumped up. They're playing the YMCA. Everybody's on their feet. They're ready. They're ready for him to come out because they've been there since fucking the morning time. Right? Put that into your thought process. These people have been there all day.
La, 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 la. You don't hold a count.
Minutes later, the same video captures Trump appear on stage for the first time. But before that, you'll notice about 30 seconds of just Secret Service agents heading toward the stage and surrounding.
Look at them looking up and shit. What? Here's the Secret Service agents coming out.
Where Trump will appear.
Please welcome the next president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
This is 6:04 p.m. What did he say? Sandwich, I know you didn't know. I'm just saying, like, that shock shit is real. These people did not expect to see this. I really don't think they did. The crowd response is a real thing, too. Probably going to get struck for this god-awful song.
Trump walks along the stage, pointing to people in the crowd and clapping, all before he makes it to the microphone.
So they're supposed to know right now that this guy is on this roof or not yet? They knew he was a threat a half hour before. So they already knew he was a threat. Notice the crane in the background. What's that an advertisement for? JCB holding the flags. We got John Deere staged back there. Hold on, who's this guy? Okay, see this blonde guy right here with the glasses? Watch him. He starts looking around.
As God Bless the USA wraps up, Trump makes his way to the podium, about to speak for the first time.
Was she fired? So were they on these buildings? Is this where they were perched up? Let's see.
Former President Trump mentions the atmosphere at the rally, calling it a happy crowd.
This is a big crowd. This is a big crowd. I wish the fake news back there would show it. I wish they'd spin their cameras and show it because nobody would believe it. You know, the other day, Biden was saying, I've got big crowds, meaning him against big crowds. He doesn't know what a big... And there were like 93 people there. 93, you know?
From there, Trump continues his speech as normal.
Deport. With the help of everyone here tonight, we're going to win Pennsylvania this November. We're going to defeat Paris. And we're going to take back the White House, and we're going to take back our country. We're going to take it back. Our country's been...
Another spectator captures more of Trump's speech in the minutes before.
No, I knew she wasn't fired. I thought you said she was fired from Pepsi. I read that wrong. You said she was hired from Pepsi. But yeah, she worked for the lead of Pepsi security before she became the director of the Secret Service. Ooh, it's thundering here.
The shooting.
You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain them. Oh, it's wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys.
There's the chart.
Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red?
Okay, now it's about to happen. I'm going to put it on normal speed.
Arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people.
But as Trump continues his speech, spectators point out someone on a roof nearby who's armed with a gun.
And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit... He's going down!
We're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%.
Investigators later determined the shooter to be 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks from the Pittsburgh suburb of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. It was just seconds after he pulled the trigger that officials shot him in the head. He died on the scene. Following the shooting, officials found an explosive device in the gunman's vehicle and his home. They also determined he'd purchased 50 rounds of ammunition from a gun shop prior to the shooting and ordered even more ammo online.
He purchased 50 rounds and ordered more online.
The gunman allegedly borrowed the gun, an AR-15 rifle, from his father. He apparently told his dad he was going to shoot it at the gun range, something he'd done before. But instead of that, he opened fire at Trump's campaign rally. The gunshots came mid-speech as Trump is discussing illegal immigration. This video shows what happens when the bullet grazes Trump's ear. You can see him reach for it after being hit.
Oh, wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys. Take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
It's so crazy because everybody's looking at that freaking chart. The woman with the cream-colored phone just kept filming. I didn't see her. This guy back here, he looks like one of those clowns that dresses up like a hobo at like the carnival and in parades. Watch him with the black hat on the left. He acts really strange.
This may be the best angle of the shooting, showing President Trump duck down and later grasp his ear.
Oh, the lady in the
moments
front,
that
I
follow,
see her.
More gunshots ring out before word comes that the shooter is down.
La, 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 la. You don't hold a count.
And that scream, I think, will be remembered for history, too. That blood-curdling scream. Everybody turns and looks. Look at that. Ugh.
Take a look at what happened. Oh.
This may be the best angle of the shooting, showing President Trump duck down and later grasp his ear. In the moments that follow, more gunshots ring out before word comes that the shooter is down.
So the shots were the return fire, I guess, that were a few seconds later. They got him that quick, but had no idea where he was. Are you kidding?
Down.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare. Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready.
We ready?
Shooter's down. Shooter's down.
Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move?
Shooter's down. We're good to move.
We're clear. Let's move.
We're clear.
Here's where the multiple different cell phone recordings of those same moments come into play. This person's recording starts prior to the shooting, when Trump is still speaking normally.
Our country back to hell. Because our country is going to hell if you haven't noticed. Millions and millions of people are pouring in from prisons and
See them up on the roof there?
mental institutions. We're going to stop them. We're going to get it stopped. We're going to bring them back. As he said, we're going to bring them back. We're going to deport.
How could they not see him from up there? I'm confused.
We're going to the White House and we're going to take back our country. We're going to take it back. The country's been stolen from us. You see that? One of the greatest crimes is what they've done over 4 years and hiding what the obvious facts are. Is the
Oops.
You run for the President of the United States from a base.
In the back of that video, you can see snipers on the rooftop. These are the same snipers who fire at the gunman. Here's another video of those snipers, and this one is better quality.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart's a couple.
Oh, damn. What are they pointed at?
Of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Now back to that video with lower quality. The person recording didn't pick up the gunfire, but captured the moments after shots rang out.
Look at this guy is even pointing at him. And these snipers were up on the roof?
Later, the same user records a helicopter flying overhead after the shooting. finally, the American flag blowing in the wind. So let's take a closer look at all the angles we have of the shooting. We showed you the first part of the video when the crowd alerts security about the shooter, but here's the aftermath when shots are fired.
Stay over here. He's on top of the roof. Don't go over there. He's on the roof, buddy.
Next, you can hear people on the scene confirming that the shooter is dead as they try to piece together what just happened.
He's dead. I just seen his hair go up. They shot him in the head. He's dead.
There's a rando guy standing there with a German Shepherd dog. This is some weird shit.
Next, you can hear people on the scene confirming that the shooter is dead as they try to piece together what just happened.
He's dead. I just seen his hair go up. They shot him in the head. He's dead.
Well, if they hit anybody over there.
Did he pull up a shot?
A number of shots.
I thought that was ours.
No, that was him. The first 2 shots were him.
There's that AC unit that he used to climb up, allegedly. Watch.
Well, if they hit anybody over there.
Did he pull up a shot?
A number of shots.
I thought that was ours.
No, that was him. The first 2 shots were him.
He's on the roof right there. He's right there on the roof.
I believe the activist dispatcher on much more.
Look at this. There, Trump stood up, right? You can hear the crowd.
This is video from farther back that captures the moments gunshots go off. You can hear.
Did you hear that guy? He's like, I can't believe someone would do this stupid shit.
This is video from farther back that captures the moments gunshots go off. You can hear people screaming as others can be seen getting low to the ground.
Oh my gosh. Okay? Yes, don't. We're okay, we're okay, we're okay.
When you're ready, on you. Move!
Sit down.
Lay down. You okay, Scott?
Yes, stay down. Everyone stay down.
These are reporters. Oh no, man.
I can't see him.
Other video shows people who are confused after the gunfire, even asking, what was that?
Took over, and look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
What the fuck was that?
Witnesses captured video of the shooting and the Secret Service's reaction afterward. In this video, you can see the moment Trump reaches for his ear as Secret Service agents swarm him.
What happened to our country? Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
These same moments are also recorded from behind the stage.
Get that son of a...
Trump and the agents stay ducked down for a minute, but rise up just seconds later. And here's the image that's since become famous. former President Trump with blood across his face and ear, fist pumping toward the crowd.
People don't know what the fuck's going on. These people are up cheering, I think, because the shooter was shot by the snipers. Look at the lady in the mean tweets shirt. She's like raising her arm up and she's like, I'm not really sure what's going on. And then the chanting starts and then they all just do it. See, she's hesitant. She's like, no, there's more going on here. It's wild to see people's hesitation and then the other ones who just go along with the crowd, you know? And standing up. Isn't it crazy to see people's behavior in a situation like this? Standing up, still holding their signs. When there's a dude like right over here on the bleachers that literally had his head blown off. Yeah, it's a crowd phenomenon thing. Absolutely, Crispy Treat. It's wild. Right, but if there were gunfire going off, I wouldn't be worried about Trump. I'd be worried about me, and I'd be down in the bleachers. It's so crazy because you see people are even hesitant. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And then the only people that are down assisting are over here on the left-hand side where those people were shot while they were looking at that chart. But you see them down and like, there's an ER doctor that's assisting the man and he's like pouring water on him and stuff. It's creepy. Watch.
That fist pump is caught on other recordings too.
Look at this guy's shirt. It's bricks. It's like a brick wall. I hate to laugh, but I'm telling you, these people come there for a good time.
During all this, you can hear agents screaming to move as people in the crowd also yell. Video from multiple angles shows agents helping Trump back to his feet. And then the crowd begins chanting. These chants continue as Trump is escorted away from the podium.
Would you want these guys protecting your life? I mean, after watching this, put a 1 in chat if you would trust these guys to protect you from gunmen. Put a 2 in chat if you wouldn't.
happen at once, so the crowd is chanting at the same time that Trump is escorted away. In this video, you can even hear some people in the crowd asking what happened to the shooter.
Is that blood on this guy's coat? On his suit coat? What do you want to bet that's going to end up in a museum? Mark my words. Mark my words. It's going to end up in a damn museum on like a little dress form.
Asking what happened to the shooter. The commotion continues
Bonkers.
as some people scream about the gunman.
Him right there. Stand up.
Where?
Kill him.
Where?
We've shown you what happened on President Trump's side of things, but at the same time, 3 other people were struck by gunfire. There's some pretty graphic videos of this, but we've chosen not to show you them. Here's what we can show you. This recording comes just moments after the bullet grazes Trump's ear.
Are you ready? On you.
Immediately, it's clear that several people have been hit.
See down here in the front row, they're still down. This is where someone was shot. And then also up here towards the top end of the bleachers. And this woman in the teal shirt was a sitting duck. She couldn't get down. Look at this old timer. He's got his shirt wide open. He can't get down neither.
One shot right here, Mike. One shot right here.
I got you.
The next clip shows people begin to evacuate this area as others try to help those who were wounded.
Go!
See the ER doctor? You can see him, the guy in the straw hat. You can see his red hat right below, I believe. The lady in the red on the bleachers can't even get up. She can't even get up. Yeah, you can hear the woman crying over her husband. It's god awful. He was there with 5 family members.
Later, we see a woman being carried away from the bleachers. Just a note, she was not shot and only needs assistance because she'd fainted.
Oh my goodness. This woman passed out, you guys. From what she saw. You can see blood on the bleachers over here too.
Come this way.
This mofo has a Santa hat on. Look. Did you see Santa?
Come this way.
In the next clip, the same bleachers are partially cleared out.
Yeah, they already said they're not showing the videos of the people getting shot.
After all this, former President Trump was taken to Butler Memorial Hospital for evaluation.
We're front row, and my
Literally, all that ER doctor had was bottles of water to work with.
friend saw blood coming out of his head.
Oh, he's alive! Listen.
There he is.
Oh,
There he is. There he is. There he is.
Oh, thank God. He's walking.
He's walking. He's walking.
From here, the FBI investigation in the shooting is ramping up. Officials now say a remote transmitter was found in the suspect's pocket.
All right, that's the end of that video, but I want to show you guys one more since we are on the topic. I know her shirt looks like a penguin, doesn't it? There's one other video I wanted to show to wrap this thing up. And we will, of course, keep our eyes and ears on what's going on, any new developments. Oh, here it is. The guy. Here it is.
See, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. Oh, and so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
him
there only
up
one
on the
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions as well as I breathed for him.
One person?
I was the only one that did it.
We need to evacuate everybody.
Crazy. Here's another crazy one.
Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there.
I guess he is in shorts. That's him. Widow, I have to check my email after the stream. I check my emails offline. But thank you. I will definitely check it. And if it's about this, we will be doing another stream on this as well. So, the lady in the red, I think she was just in shock, and I think she just couldn't stand up.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
And that's it. That's it, guys. That's all she wrote for today. I am tapped out. You guys are more than welcome to replay this. And this is not about politics. This is about a crime. So we're not jumping on a camp politically. That's not what we're here for. So let's keep those comments respectful. Yeah, we were half right. Yeah, I agree with you, true crime and other stuff. I'm the same way. I'm on Twitter. Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter. Here's my email. Sin just put it in. Thank you, Sin. Sin, I will add you on Discord to the mod group so that you can see all the commands and chat with the other moderators. Thank you, Pearl, for being here. Oh, yesterday was Globalism's birthday. I love to end this on a birthday note. Do we have any more birthdays in the house?
I'm going to get drunk and ride my horse.
Get your J for Justice 420 merch. We also have, it's 1202 somewhere. If you know, you know. There's going to be more merch added this week, so keep checking. But this is the 420 merch. If you guys want to see. And it says Puff Puff Pass on Puff Puff Pass on the back. Let me see. I don't don't know if y'all can see it good, but I hope that you will pick up some merch. I design it all myself, so if you want to see something, email me and let me know. But we're going to celebrate the birthdays in the house, specifically globalism. My girl, this one's for you.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday.
You say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. I hope you have the bestest day. Nope. If you go to the merch, let me see. You have to go to the little drop down at the top and you can see merch, tip. It's not just tip. Look around. It might not be the absolute correct link, but it takes you to the main page. J4J411.live. You can find it all there. If you'd like to send me a tip and bypass YouTube, you can do that as well. I thank everybody who did that today. Thank you so, so much. You guys are the best, most supportive, best chat on the tubes. And I have the best mods. Hashtag best mods. Let's dance it out. Let's run our credits first for Myron, and then we're going to dance it out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wheel of Friday. Yes, we met our goals. So much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream or video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my latest content. Want to take it a step further?
Bring it all in.
And join our community clickers by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll get exclusive access to our Discord server, special channel perks, and much more. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I never call.
Thanks so much, Jennifer.
Jennifer loves horses. Bye, Jennifer.